Hari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Yasodhanandana Vraja Janarandana. Yasodhanandana Vraja Janarandana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodhanandana Vraja Janarandana. Yasodhanandana Vraja Janarandana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai. Nitai Gaur Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashatara Sata Sri Srimad His Grace et Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashatara Sata Sri Srimad His Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय यमुना माई की जय श्रीमती तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय श्री श्री गौनिताई की जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा बलदेव की जय गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the Sambhadavatis, all glories to the Sambhadavatis, all glories to the Sambhadavatis, all glories to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishupadaya Krishna Pasya Bhutade, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvesesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Devatarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Skanda, 27th chapter, entitled Attack by Chandavega on the city of King Puranjana. Sloka number 7. Duhitru Dasabuttara Satam Pitru Matru Yasaskarihi Sila Audarya Guna Upetaha Pavaranjanyaha Prajapate Duhitru Dasottara Satam Pitru Matru Yasaskarihi Sila Audarya Gunopetaha Pavaranjanya Prajapate Duhitru Dasaratta Satam Pitrumatru Yasaskari Silo Udarya Gunopeta Pauranjanya Prajapate Duhitru Dasaratta Rasatam Pitrumatru Yasaskari Silo Udarya Gunopeta Pauranjanya Prajapate. Vaishnavis. Dhritu daughters, Dasabuttara, 10 more than Satam, 100. Pitru, like the father, Matru, and mother, Yasaskarihi, glorified, Sila, good behavior, Audarya, magnanimity, Guna, good qualities, Upetaha, possessed of, Pavaranjanyaha, daughters of Puranjana, Prajapati, O Prajapati. Translation, O Prajapati, King Prachina Barishat, in this way King Puranjana also begot 110 daughters. All of these were equally glorified like the father and mother. Their behavior was gentle and they possessed magnanimity and other good qualities. Please repeat. O Prajapati, Prachina Barishat, in this way King Puranjana also begot 110 daughters. All of these were equally glorified like the father and mother. Their behavior was gentle and they possessed magnanimity and other good qualities. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Children begotten under the rules and regulations of the scriptures generally become as good as the father and mother. But children born illegitimately mainly become Varna Sankara. The Varna Sankara population is irresponsible to the family, community, and even to themselves. Formerly, the Varna Sankara population was checked by the observation of the reformatory method called Garbhadhan Sanskar, a child begetting religious ceremony. In this verse, we find that although King Puranjana had begotten so many children, they were not Varna Sankara. All of them were good, well-behaved children, and they had good qualities like their father and mother. Even though we may produce many good children, our desire for sex that is beyond the prescribed method is to be considered sinful. Too much enjoyment of any of the senses, not only sex, results in sinful activities. Therefore, one has to become a Swami or Goswami at the end of his life. One may beget children up to the age of 50, but after 50, one must stop begetting children and should accept the Vanaprastha order. In this way, he must leave home and then become a sannyasi. A sannyasi's title is Swami or Goswami, which means that he completely refrains from sense enjoyment. One should not accept the sannyas order whimsically. He must be fully confident that he can restrain his desires for sense gratification. King Puranjana's family life was, of course, very happy. As mentioned in these verses, he begot 1,100 sons and 110 daughters. Everyone desires to have more sons than daughters. And since the number of daughters was less than the number of sons, it appears that King Puranjana's family life was very comfortable and pleasing. Om Jnana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Salakaya Chakshurnanmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Vitansya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. In this chapter, the description is given by Narada Muni to King Prachinabarishat about the activities of King Puranjana, who is a conditioned soul, being addicted to material life. He has already gone to the forest for hunting animals, leaving his wife in the city of 9 gates. His wife is his own intelligence. This is an allegorical story that we have to understand properly following the commentary of Srila Prabhupada. So in this chapter, King Puranjana came back to his house, and after meeting his wife in the house, he made peace with her. She was very upset because he had left home without any warning. And in this way, they meet together and make friendship, and they, in this way, associate with each other very nicely, as described in this description. So the result of this association is that King Puranjana spends most of his life in association with his wife, and being so much in love with his wife, he cannot leave her for a single moment. And the result is that, according to the description, he begot 1,100 sons, and here in this sloka, he also begot 110 daughters. So about 1,210 children altogether. And one can say that is very successful life, married life, very good. He had so many children, and that is a source of happiness. So that is one angle of vision. Srila Prabhupada explains that according to the Vedic system of marriage, one should observe this sanskara. There are different sanskara, at least 10 or 11 or 12, according to different opinions. And at the time of conception, the Garbhadan sanskar is being performed. Yesterday we are hearing from the lecture that Srila Prabhupada had given instruction to his disciples who had gotten married, that before conception you have to chant 50 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra Japa. 50. So that can be considered the Garbhadan Sanskar. Purification of the heart before alliance with the wife. In this way, the consciousness will be somewhat purified, and we can expect from that the result will be a good child who may become a devotee in the future. Otherwise, if the consciousness is tamasic or rajasic, then the offspring will be of the same nature. As our consciousness is at the time of conception, one living entity will be dispatched by superior authority in the fathers, and then the father will inject the same in the womb of his wife. So that is the system. Therefore, this sanskar is absolutely necessary. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada had given in his description, Brahmana or Vaishnava. All the Brahmanas are claiming that my father is a Brahmana, so therefore I'm also a Brahmana. So that conception, that idea was refuted by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He wrote also in his essay that unless there is Garbhadan Sanskar, there cannot be the same, even if the father may be a Brahmana, but if there is no Garbhadan Sanskar, the son cannot be accepted in the same manner as a Brahmana. So those who claim that my father is a Brahmana, therefore I'm also a Brahmana, the consideration should be whether there has been any Garbhadan Sanskar. If there is no such Sanskar, then the population is described as Varna Sankara. Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, these are the Varna. Sankara means mixture, mixed, not pure. Mixed population. The Varnas are being mixed according to the gunas, Prakriti guna. And in this way, the whole population becomes gradually coming down to the Sudra level. And that was the question put forward by Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, that if all these soldiers, exalted Kshatriyas, are killed on the battlefield, then what will happen is that their wives will be lonely, they will have lost their husband, and the family traditions will be lost because the father is not there, so the tradition cannot be maintained. And therefore the result will be that the wives will become loose or spoiled, and they will beget Varna Sankara. So therefore the whole population will be spoiled in that manner. So Arjuna was telling in this way to Lord Krishna, why should we be engaged in this warfare, killing all these glorious members of the Kshatriya family, when the tradition will be lost? That will be a great loss for mankind, for the whole society. So anyway, Lord Krishna had a different idea. The idea is that these asuras should be eliminated. So there was no other consideration. But this is the Vedic system, that here King Puranjana associated with his wife according to Vedic system. Therefore, all his children were having very good character, and including the daughters also. So boys and girls from his family were very good children. So in this way, we can see that there are different levels of behavior in the society. Some people do not observe the rules and regulations of the Vedic scriptures. They do not care for anything. They just do as they like without following any principle. So that is the lowest grade among human beings. They engage in sinful activities without any consideration. But King Puranjana is on a higher level. He is following the Vedic rules and regulations. In this way, he is associating with his wife under marriage regulation, and is begetting very good children. So this is a higher, better situation. But better than that is if one can learn how to control his senses, then he will not beget so many children, which is not necessary, as Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. So these are the different levels, that from the lowest sinful life to the middle regulated life according to Vedic system, pious life, and then above that, the transcendental situation of the yogis or the devotees of the Lord who are engaged in spiritual life, controlling their senses and engaging their senses in the service of the Lord without any personal sense enjoyment. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in his Shastakam, Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, Kavitam var Jagadi, Sakaramaye. Mama Janmani, Janmani, Sware, Bhavata, Bhaktira Hatugitwai. That is the prayer of a devotee. I don't want any riches. I don't want any follower or any offspring, children, part of the followers. Nasundarim, I don't want to associate with a beautiful woman. I'm not in favor of that. Then what do I want? Jagadi Sakaramaye, I want Mama Janmani, Janmani Sware, Bhavata, Bhaktira Haitugitwayi. Life after life. That means I'm not even asking for moksha. That also I'm not asking. I'm not after that. Life after life. I want you, please, if you can grant me this boon of devotional service. Janmani, Janmani, Swabhavata, Bhaktira Haitugitwai. Unmotivated devotional service. That is the prayer of the devotees. They are not interested, they are not asking anything else than that. Simply pure devotion. So this is the topmost realization. So we have to understand the different levels that we can take explanation from this story of King Puranjana. I want to also take inspiration how to achieve a higher goal of life by connecting to Krishna. So therefore we should always have Krishna book at home or anywhere and daily read Krishna Lila, Krishna Katha. In this way our mind will be directed from material life to Krishna consciousness. So somebody may say that what is wrong with Puranjana begetting thousands of children? Lord Krishna himself, he married 16,108 wives, and in each one of them he begot 10 children. That means he ultimately begot 1,60,000, something like that. So more than 1,60,000 children. So therefore, King Puranjana is not at fault. Lord Krishna himself showed the example how to be a perfect husband and begetting thousands and thousands of children. But of course, nobody can do like Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and for him, there is no problem begetting so many children. He is beyond all consideration. So we can read a little bit from the Krishna book and see how Krishna is begetting so many children. Krishna, from the chapter 61, the genealogy of the family of Krishna. Krishna had 16,108 wives, and each one of them he begot 10 sons, all of them equal to their father in the opulences of strength, beauty, wisdom, fame, wealth, and renunciation. Like father, like son. All the 16,108 wives of Krishna were princesses. And when each saw that Krishna was always present in her respective palace and did not leave home, she considered Krishna a hand-picked husband who was very much attached to her. So each queen had a palace for her, and she considered, she was seeing only Krishna is with me. She was not seeing the other queens. Only Krishna is with her constantly. That was her realization. Every one of them thought that Krishna was a very obedient husband. But actually Krishna had no attraction for any of them. Although each thought that she was the only wife of Krishna and was very, very dear to him, Lord Krishna, being Atma Rama, self-sufficient, felt neither attraction nor enmity toward any one of them. He was equal to all the wives and treated them as a perfect husband would, just to please them. For him, there was no need of even a single wife. In fact, since they were women, the wives could not understand the exalted position of Krishna nor the truth about him. All the princesses who were wives of Krishna were exquisitely beautiful, and each one of them was attracted by Krishna's eyes, which were just like lotus petals, and by his beautiful face, long arms, beautiful ears, pleasing smile, humorous talk, and sweet words. Influenced by these features of Krishna, they all used to dress themselves very attractively, desiring to attract him by their feminine bodily appeal. They exhibited their feminine characteristics by smiling and moving their eyebrows, thus shooting sharp arrows of conjugal love just to awaken Krishna's lusty desires for them. Still, they could not arouse Krishna's mind or his sexual appetite. This means that Krishna never had any sexual relations with any of his many wives, save and except to beget children. So here we understand from this description Krishna Lila, how Krishna is completely transcendentally situated, even though he has so many wives and he is living in a very luxurious surroundings in Dwarka city, having big palaces and all facilities. But Lord Krishna is completely aloof from any type of attraction. He is certainly favoring his wives because they are devotees, but he himself doesn't have any material attraction for any one of them. So that is the proper understanding of Krishna Lila, because many think that after all Krishna behaved like ordinary human being, so why do you worship Krishna as the Supreme Lord, as God? God should not have any such connections, and so on. But we understand Krishna Lila from Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna actually had no such material attraction. Although the wives were so obedient, they were absolutely perfect as wives, as devotees, wives, and they every day they used to look after Lord Krishna. They used to prepare for his bath. They used to cook and give all the proper dress and all the conveniences to Lord Krishna so that he may not have any difficulty. And everything was supplied to Krishna by the queens, even though many servants were there. In each palace, there were many hundreds of servants. Servants had been appointed for cleaning the house and rendering menial services. But the queen were themselves, they were not depending upon the servants. Servants were supposed to clean, but no, the wives themselves were cleaning the house. So that means they were engaged in constant service to the Lord, even as a menial services, not relying upon the appointed servants. So that is the character of the Lord Krishna's wives. They are absolutely also transcendentally situated. But from this relationship, it is clear that Lord Krishna had no material affinity. So by hearing Krishna Katha, then we can develop attraction to Lord Krishna gradually from the lips of pure devotee and from the Srimad Bhagavatam descriptions. In this way, we can remove these tendencies that are deeply rooted in our consciousness about material enjoyment. By becoming attracted to Lord Krishna, we shall give up these material propensities. And this is the process of Krishna consciousness. The gopis of Vrindavan, they were engaged in household affairs. They were busy also cleaning and cooking and preparing butter, curd, milking the cows, looking after, if they had any other family members, looking after them also. But their consciousness was directed towards Lord Krishna. Automatically, like mechanically, they were household wives, just like ordinary wives. But they were not ordinary. They were only thinking of Krishna. So that is the perfection of devotional service. A person need not give up all his activities. He may be engaged in family affairs or in a business affairs, but his consciousness will be towards Lord Krishna. He will think of Krishna constantly and how to render service to Lord Krishna. So that is the process of Krishna consciousness. We're taking example from these exalted devotees, the queens of Dwarka or the gopis of Vrindavan. So in this way, we can gradually progress in our spiritual life. Ramanujacharya, the exalted Acharya Sri Sampradaya, he also gave some instruction once in Sri Rangapatnam. No, what is that place? Sri Rangam. In Sri Rangam, which was the headquarters of Ramanujacharya, he was wandering out just outside the temple, and he saw one of his disciples. I forgot his name. He was accompanied by his wife, and it was summertime, so he was having umbrella to protect from the sun. And very, very lovingly, this disciple was holding the umbrella very close to his wife like this, in a very loving manner. He was going with his wife like this under the umbrella. When Ramanujacharya saw his disciple moving like this, he became somewhat considering that why my disciple is so much attached to his wife. So much. It was clearly visible to Ramanujacharya. He was too much attached to his wife. So he came to his disciple and he told his disciple that You come with me. Let us go inside the temple. Then I want to show you something uh, which is very, very beautiful. So together, the three of them went inside and came in front of uh, Sri Ranga. In this way, Ramanujacharya took his disciple so that the disciple could contemplate, could meditate upon the beauty of Lord Vishnu, Sri Ranga. And this actually, by the blessing of his Guru Maharaj, the disciple could understand that I was so much attracted to the beauty of my wife, but now I consider the beauty of the Sri Ranga, Lord Vishnu, far more beautiful, far more beautiful. So that was the teaching given to his disciple in this manner. So we understand that we may be attracted by so many things in this world, so many beautiful things, and so many beautiful sound vibrations or tasty items, and so on. But the process of Krishna consciousness will be to come in contact, by the grace of the spiritual master, come in contact with Lord Krishna. Then we'll realize that whatever attachment we had earlier for the material world, this is very insignificant. The beauty of Lord Krishna, Radha Krishna, is so superior. It is so, indescribable that any other type of beauty is insignificant. We can forget everything else. Similarly, hearing the sound of Kirtan, Hare Krishna Kirtan, the sound of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By hearing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Kirtan, then we can forget all other mundane songs, cinema songs, other material vibrations. We can keep our mind fixed up in this manner and developing our love for Krishna. So the whole process is to develop attachment and love for Lord Krishna, including Krishna Prasadam. That is also a very efficient manner of developing love for Krishna. If we take only Krishna Prasadam, many other hotels and restaurants are there in the city. One can satisfy his tongue in so many ways. But if we just simply take Krishna Prasadam, then we'll be developing only this higher taste for Krishna Prasadam and nothing else. This is how we can control the senses. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasa rajam rasopyasya param drichtva nivartate. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that one may try to control the senses by restraining them by force. Just like I want to control my tongue, so I decide today, Sunday, I will not eat anything. Every Sunday, I will fast. So that will be one method that I'll be able to control my tongue. But all day long, all Sunday, I'll be thinking, when is Monday coming? Oh, it's Sunday, no, morning time, again afternoon, again night, oh, so much. I'll be thinking, when can I eat like that? So, Rasavarjam, the Krishna says, you can control the tongue like this artificially by force, but Rasavarjam, except for the taste, you cannot give up the taste. Taste will remain in your mind. So what kind of exercise artificially The mind is the most important to control. We try to control everything else, but the mind is a central point. So if you cannot control your mind by fasting on some particular days to control the tongue, then your exercise is a waste of time. Therefore, rasavarjam, rasopyasya param drishta nivartate. If you can develop attraction for Lord Krishna, for higher object of meditation, supreme object, param drishta nivartate. Lord Krishna is a supreme object of meditation. If you develop attraction for Lord Krishna, then rasopyasya. You can also control the taste of the mind. No more attraction for the mind, for the taste. So that is the difference between artificial process of sense control and control according to the process of Krishna Bhakti. By Krishna Bhakti, becoming attached to Krishna. In this way, all our senses will be under control. Otherwise, we are just led under the control of karma. In a material life, we are simply being controlled by karma. So as Arjuna was asking Lord Krishna, what is it that sometimes I don't want to do something, but somehow I'm doing? I want to control that. I'm not able to control. Somehow, by force, I'm doing that without my control and by force. In this way, Arjuna is asking that question. So Lord Krishna answers, Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajoguna Samudbhava. That, yes, you are under the control of karma, Krodha, and that is the mode of Rajaguna, Tamaguna. So whatever is your nature, according to your laws of nature, according to your own past activities, you have developed a particular affinities and attractions that comes under a particular guna, especially Rajagun, Tamagun. In the material world, practically everybody is under the influence of Rajagun, Tamagun. That is Kama, Krodha, and Lobha. So that is why we are acting. We are not able to control ourselves. We are forcibly doing so many things, including sinful activities, for which we'll have to pay in the future. So, therefore, Lord Krishna says that this is the greatest enemy from the 3rd chapter. Mahasano Mahapapma Vidyena Mihavairinam. That karma and that lobha, these are the all-devouring, sinful enemy of this world. So Prabhupada explains that when a living entity comes in contact with a material creation, his eternal love for Krishna is transformed into lust in association with the mode of passion. Or in other words, the sense of love of God becomes transformed into lust as milk is in contact with sour tamarind, is transformed into yogurt. So the same thing. What is the difference between milk and yogurt? Yogurt is milk. Nothing more than that, nothing else than that, but in a different condition. That condition is transformed milk because of some addition of a sour substance, which is invisible. So similarly, we naturally, we are all having this love for Krishna. Love for Krishna. We are offsprings of Lord Krishna. Mamai Brahmso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are the offspring of Lord Krishna. But in spite of being children of Lord Krishna, we have forgotten our love for Krishna. And that love has been transformed into lust, just like milk being transformed into curd. That is the problem of material existence. Then again, when lust is unsatisfied, it turns into wrath. Wrath is transformed into illusion, and illusion continues the material existence. So this is the whole story of the conditioned soul, coming from the spiritual status, pure Krishna consciousness, and being covered by Maya, and under the influence of Maya, under the influence of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, we are engaged in the material world. We are forgetting our original position of eternal servants of Krishna. So from this story of Puranjana, we can understand that what is the ultimate solution? Ultimate solution is not that we should develop piety, ordinary mundane piety, and beget pious children. That is not the solution. The solution is that we have to revive our lost Krishna consciousness so that we may be able to go back home, back to Godhead, and forget this temporary material world, which is simply a source of suffering, life after life. We have to contemplate the ultimate goal. So this is the teaching that Narada Muni wants to give to King Prachina Barishat in this allegory of King Puranjana. Any other questions or comments? All right. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.